In this lecture series, we are talking about fundamental of investments, and in the fundamental of investments, in today's lecture, I will be talking about Indian security market. Friends, as you may be aware, when the word security market comes, it is a part of the broader financial market. So, it is an important component of the financial market. And the security market consists of broadly three broad aspects: the equity market, which deals with the shares; the bond market, the bonds and debentures are being dealt in this market; and thirdly, derivative market, where future options, right, these things are being dealt. So, these are the three important components of any security market. We will be discussing each of these in detail. Now, what is security market? When I talk about the security market, we say securities can be bought and sold between parties at a price which are market determined on the basis of demand and supply. What it means is, whether you talk of the equity, whether you talk of the debt, these are being bought and sold in the market on the basis of demand and supply. As its fundamental rule of economics, the prices is determined on the basis of demand and supply. So is the case of in the security market, that at what price buyers are ready to buy a particular security, and at what price the seller is ready to sell a particular security. On the basis of the demand and supply, the price is determined. So, in the security market, the prices are determined on the basis of prices, or you can say the share price, the bond price is being determined on the basis of demand and supply forces. So, the basic structure of the Indian security market is studied in respect of its participants and its segments. So, I will be talking about the participants and the segments. So, what are the segments? Securities can be split into two levels, that is the primary market and the secondary market. In this very lecture, I will be talking in length about the primary market and the secondary market. To start with, I will say the primary market is known as new issue market. New issue market means when the securities are issued for the first time originally by the company to the people who want to subscribe it, right, to the subscribers. So, when the fresh issue of shares or debentures or bonds are being issued to the public or to the institutions, to the mutual funds, that is called the primary market. And in the secondary market, where already existing shares or debentures or bond, whatever you call it, right, this market provides a platform for purchase and sale of the shares which are already issued by the company. When in this course of our discussion, by and large our discussion will revolve around the equity market, that is the shares. So, within the secondary market, we will talk of two types of markets. One is called organized exchanges, which are normally known as stock exchanges, right, which are authorized by the Securities and Exchange Board of India, which is a regulatory body of Indian stock exchanges. And the other is over the counter market. Over the counter market is an informal body, right, in which the securities are being dealt by two individuals. Another classification is on the basis of tenure of the securities. That one classification is on the basis of that the primary market and the secondary market. Primary market is that market where the shares are being issued for the first time. Original shares are original means the company first time issues the shares to the subscribers. It may be bonds, it may be shares, or whatever the financial security may be, right? And in the secondary market, already existing shares are being dealt. Now, I am saying on the basis of tenure, time, we divide the security market in two parts, that is the capital market and the money market. Capital market is that market where long-term securities are being dealt, like we say equity market, shares. Shares once issued by the company remains floated, remains issued throughout the lifetime of the company unless it take it in the buyback, right? So, it is a very long period of time for which the shares remain in the market. So, that is where the long-term equities are being dealt, where the long-term securities are being dealt, that is called the capital market. On the other hand, the money market is the market where the short-term securities, money at call and short notice, where especially in the debt market, in the markets, suppose the institutions requires money for 10 days, for 4 days, for 5 days. For working capital requirement, you need money for 3 days, 4 days. So you make arrangements with the bank, you make arrangements with the financial institutions to take money for 3, 4 days, 7 days, 15 days, right? That market is called the money market. So in the money market, short-term funds are dealt. In the capital market, long-term securities are being dealt. When I use the word long-term, I mean to say that where the securities are issued for a longer period of time. Now, after talking of this, let me discuss Indian security market participants. When we talk of participants, there are 3-4 components of it. One is the issuer, other is the investors. Issuers borrows raise funds by issuing securities. Like if the company is issuing shares to the public, so the issuer becomes the company, because the company is floating the shares, company is issuing the shares, right? Or in the debt market, company is issuing debentures which is being subscribed by the subscribers. So company becomes borrowers. Company takes the money from the investors. So first party is issuer. The other party is the investors. The class of people or the institutions which subscribes to these shares or debentures which are being issued by the companies. This class is called investors. So there are two classes. One is called issuer, the company which is issuing securities, whether it is equity shares, whether it is debentures, bonds. And the other class is investors, the people, the institutions which are subscribing to these shares, subscribing to these debentures. So surplus savers, if you have a surplus money, if you have a savings, this saving can be invested in equity in the debenture. So this class becomes the investor. The third class, the third participant in the security market is intermediaries. These shares and debentures are being issued, are being floated in the market with the help of intermediaries. Like in the secondary market, in the stock exchanges, it is the brokers, registered brokers, who helps the buyers and sellers in the purchase and sale of shares. So these becomes the intermediaries. In the primary market, when the company issues the shares for the first time, it is the investment bankers, because investment bankers are the professionalized firms which have expertise in issues of shares, which knows at what price, what is the fair value of the share, which will help the company in determining the fair price of the share. And there are many other institutions, underwriters, who helps the company in issue of the shares. So these merchant bankers, is a important intermediary. Investment banker is a important intermediary, without which it will be difficult for the company to issue shares, to issue debentures. So there are certain intermediaries in the security market which plays a very important role. They form a bridge between the investors and the borrowers. That is, without them, it will be very difficult for the investors to invest, and it is difficult for the companies to issue the shares or debentures, because these are the specialized institutions which help the public, which helps the company, which bridges the gap between the borrowers and the investors. And last very important component is regulators. Regulators means the regulatory body which regulates this security market, right? Because how the people will have confidence in the security market? People will have confidence if they know that whatever the instruments they are dealing with, they are buying, right? That instruments carries value, it has certain backing, and whatever the dealing that is being done by the company, it is fair. So in India, security markets is being regulated by a very important institutions of our, which is known as SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, popularly known as SEBI. Right? In the time to come, we'll be discuss in length about the SEBI. Right? I will have a separate lecture on this SEBI. So at this moment, I would say that important regulator for the control of the security market is SEBI. SEBI constitutes rules, regulations. It helps the investors to invest. It creates confidence among the investor to invest in the security market. The job of the regulator is to promote equity cult in this country, and equity cult will be created when the dealings will be fair, when the dealings in the stock market, in the primary market will be transparent, right? So in order to create transparency, in order to promote investment, in order to create investment cult in the country, regulators plays a very important role. So it means there are four important participants: the borrower, which borrows the money, that is the companies which issues the shares or debentures; the investors who invest in these shares and debentures; thirdly, intermediaries, which helps in the purchase and sale of shares and debentures, which helps in issuing of the shares and debentures, which helps the investor to invest in the shares. And the other important component is the regulator. The last one or the fourth one is regulator, which regulates the security market in the country, right? So in this way, I can say that these are the four important participants of the security market: the investors, the borrowers, the intermediaries, and the regulators. Now, after talking of these participants, let me come back to primary market and secondary market. If you recollect, I said there are two important components of the market. One is called primary market, other is called secondary market. At that point of time, I said primary market is that market which originally issues the shares or debentures. Whenever I am talking of securities, by and large, I mean shares. Means I don't mean that the securities means only shares, but by and large in this discussion, in our lectures, our focus is on equity market, because in India the equity market, by and large, a common investor, a retail investors do invest in the equity market. The investment of the retailers in the debt market is comparatively low as compared to European countries. So primary market is that part of capital market where issue of new securities take place. Friends, this word new securities is very important. That is, the securities which are issued for the first time. As a layman, I will say original shares means new, first time the shares are being issued to the public, to the institutions, right? So when company directly issues the shares to the public, to the institutions, that is called the primary market. So public sector institutions, companies and government obtain funds, means various institutions which require funds, whether it is public sector companies, whether it is a public limited companies, I mean we may call it private public limited companies, the government, whenever they require funds, they issue securities, original first time securities they issue, right, for the growth of the company after the sale of the securities or bonds in the primary market. From a retail investor's point of view, investing in the primary market is the first step towards trading in the stock and shares. Friends, it is not a rule as such, but by and large, the new investors, the retail investors, the word retail investors means small investors who invest small savings of theirs in the security market, right? So what they do invest in the primary market. When the company originally issues the shares, right, it subscribes the shares with the expectation that they will get the shares, and as on these shares will get listed on the stock exchanges, it will fetch higher price and they will make a capital gain out of it, because it is being presumed, I'm not saying it is real, but it is being presumed that when company issues the share for the first time to the public, it issues the share at a fair price. Fair price means the price which is real worth of the company, right? It is being presumed. Sometimes it's not always necessary that the price at which the company issues the shares, it will when this shares will listed in the stock exchange, it will fetch a higher price. It is not a rule as such, right? Sometimes it fetches a price which is less than the issue price. But normally it has been seen in a normal market, the company when they issue the shares, so when the price discovery take place, when it got listed in the stock exchange, it lists at a higher price, right? So in order to have safety, in order to have capital gain, the retail investors who is not able to make out the decision that in which share to invest, they normally invest in the primary market. So this market is also known as new issue market. So I've just told you the meaning of the primary market. Now what are the features? Features will come obviously from the meaning itself, right? So it is the market for new long-term capital. Whenever the company wants to issue a long-term capital, it goes to the public and issues fresh equity shares to the public. So it is a long-term market. Securities are issued for the first time. This point I already told. The company directly transacts with the investors. When I mean directly doesn't mean the help of the intermediary is not being taken, but the directly means where company originally, like a company is issuing 1 crore shares of rupees 10 each for the first time, right? First time is original new shares are being issued. So it directly transacts with the investors. It issues shares to the public, right? So it means it is directly transacting with the investors. Company receives money, investors receives new security certificates in the primary market, right? So it means in the primary market, company receives the money against the securities that is being issued to the public, and investor in turn receive the certificates. See friends, these days these certificates means securities are not being received in physical form. These days securities are being issued in the depository account. Each investor who wants to invest in the primary market or in the secondary market, the very first requirement is the investor will have to have a depository account, DMAT. We call it DMAT account, right? So DMAT account is like your bank account. The way the money which you deposit is being created in your bank. When you withdraw the money, it is being debited from your bank. Similarly, there are certain depository services like National NSDL, CDSL, right? These are the two primary depository services. And any investor who wants to invest in the equity market with the primary or the secondary market, the person will have to open an account with this, with these depositories, which is called DMAT account. And any security that is being issued by the company, that is being created in the investor's depository account, right? So we say certificates are issued. Certificate means not in the certificates in the physical form, but in the electronic form, these certificates are being created to the investor's account, right? So company receives money and investors receive securities. It is difficult to accurately know the investor demand for the new securities in the beginning. Friends, we are talking of the primary market. When the company issues the shares, whether the public will subscribe or public will not subscribe, public will take these shares or public will not take these shares. When I am using the word public, I mean retail investor, financial institutions, mutual funds, who normally purchases these securities in the primary market. The demand of the investor is not known in advance. Once the company comes out within public offer, then only company comes to know whether this security of ours, that is the company's security which the company is offering, whether it is being subscribed, whether people are willing to subscribe this share or not, right? So what will be the demand of this security in advance, no company can make out, right? Only it is the expectation of the company that when the company will issue the shares, people in turn will subscribe these shares, because they expect that they are issuing these shares at a right price, at a good price, which is attractive to the people to buy. And it also depends on the mood of the market. Mood of the market, what I mean to say, whether the market is booming or whether the market is in the depressed states. What you have observed, what you may observe over a period of time, when the market is booming, when I am saying market means the stock exchanges, the secondary market. At that point of time, people's confidence level in the stocks, shares is high. And when the market is falling, when the market prices are falling, at that point of time, people's mood, people's expectation with the share prices are at low. So at that point of time, if the company issues the shares at a time in the primary market at a time when the market is booming, it is easy for the company to issue the shares, and public has demand for it. But if you issue the share at a depressed state, means when the market is falling, at that point of time the demand level of the public for subscription of the share is low. So means in the advance it is very difficult to find out whether the shares will be in demand or not. So friends, after talking of this, now let me talk of the role of the primary market. What role does the primary market plays? Why the primary market is important for the company, for the economy, right, for the investors? Friends, there is a term called capital formation. In economics, you must have heard this term, capital formation. Capital formation means generation of income, and the next step is whatever the income that is being generated, that part of it is being saved, part of it is being consumed. So we are more concerned with the saving part. And saving itself is an idle. When this saving is being invested, is being put to productive use, right? So it creates a further income for the economy, for the industry, for the people. So this whole process of income, saving and investment is called capital formation. Without the help of primary market, capital formation in the country will be difficult. Or put it this way, I will say primary market helps the capital formation in an economy. And capital formation is basic requirement for the development of an economy. No company, no economy, no individual can develop without capital formation. So capital formation is a prerequisite, and primary market helps in creating this capital formation. So that's why we say primary market plays a very important role in the economic development of the country, because it helps in transfer of funds from savers to users. Suppose I have income of 1 lakh rupees and my household consumption is 70,000 rupees. This 30,000 rupees which I save, right, this will remain saving in my pockets unless there is a good avenue for me to make this, to put to some productive use, right? And through the primary market, company raises funds, and it provides an opportunity for the savers to invest their funds in for some productive use, right? So it helps in transfer of funds from savers to users. Who are the users? Users are the companies, which will be taking the money from the savers and will be putting this money for productive use, that is for purchase of machinery, purchase of land and building, for creating capital in the company, right? So it will be a business use, and this business is expected to create a income for the company, and company in turn will give part of income to the shareholders, right? So in this way they help in transfer of funds from saver to users. It provides channel for creation and sale of new securities. What is this channel? Means how the new securities will be sold. A company wants to raise 1,000 crore rupees. How this 1,000 crore rupees will be raised? This 1,000 crore rupees will be raised through primary market only, right? So the company will issue the shares to the public, to the institutions, to the mutual funds, right? So it is a channel for creation of sale of securities. It helps in raising money for expansion or diversification. Suppose you are running a company, you are running a cement plant, right? Government is saying that in the coming years they will focus on infrastructure. For infrastructure you require roads, you require bridges, right? For construction of road and bridges you require cement, you require steel. So these steel companies, these cement companies requires money for expansion of their plant. Where from this money will come? One of the important source of raising the money is the primary market, because if the company issues the shares, primary market will help in raising the money, and the company in turn will get the money which will be used for productive purposes, which will be used for capital expansion, which will be used for purchase of plant, machinery, building, human resources, hiring human resources, working capital purposes, and thereby creating income, right? So for expansion and diversification, the primary market plays a very important role. Helps in going public by the existing enterprise. Friends, as per the SEBI rules, unless the shares are being issued to the public in general, it cannot be listed in the stock exchanges, right? And until the time it is being issued to the public, until the time it is being listed in the stock exchanges, right, the price discovery of the share will not take place, right? So the primary market helps the companies to go public, helps the company to issue shares to the investors, right? It helps in capital formation of an economy. I have already explained this. Ensures use of funds in productive activities like manufacturing new products, rendering services, developing new technology. This also we have discussed while talking of expansion and all these things. It helps in price discovery of new substance. Friends, yesterday itself a company called Nazara Technology came out with a public issue, and it got listed in the stock exchanges yesterday only, right? The company issued the shares in the primary market at 1101 rupees, and in the stock exchange yesterday it closed at a price of 1500 rupees, an odd figure, right? So what happened? Up till the time it was a closely held company, what is the value of the share? What is the worth of the share? It was not being discovered. As it, with the help of the primary market, it issues the shares to the public, to the institutions, and the share got listed in the stock exchange, and a price discovery of the new share, substance means the share. In our example, the substance is equity share. So this equity shares, the price discovery of this equity share has taken place. So what it means is, up till the time it was closely held company, up till the time when the company had not come out with a public issue through the help of the primary market, nobody knew what is the real worth of the company, right? Through the IPO market, through the primary market, issued shares, and after the issue of shares, it got listed in the stock exchange. When it gets listed in the stock exchange, the price discovery takes place. It is the buyers and the sellers. As I said in the beginning of my lecture, that security prices are being determined by the demand of the buyers and the sellers, by demand and supply forces, right? So in this way, the price discovery takes place, right? So friends, this is about the role of the primary market. So primary market, in nutshell, in brief, I can say primary market is very important in creating capital formation in the country. It helps in raising money for the companies, which will help in creating in expansion of the business, for creating new manufacturing facilities, for rendering services, right? And a very vital part is the price discovery takes place. Price discovery means the real price of the share, what is the actual value of that instrument, I would say here, that security that is being discovered with the help of the primary market. So friends, in this lecture, what we have discussed is, we have talked about the important component, the equity market, the debt market, and the derivative market. We talked about the primary market, and in the coming lecture, I'll be talking about the secondary market. Thank you.